Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fortnite. Wow, it has been about a year since I made that House Island video, and now we are back. You may be wondering where the next House Island video is. It was supposed to come out, like 2 weeks ago. Funny story about that. There was some technical difficulties with Epic Games not making a stable UEFN. But I figured out the issue. It's all solved, and hopefully, the next House Island video, part 2, going over seasons 5, 6, 8, and 7, will be releasing this weekend. Fingers crossed. Don't quote me on that though. So you might be wondering what we're doing today. Well, today is, for me when recording this, today is December 10th, 2025, and it is the 6-year anniversary of House Island. And even though this video is most definitely not going up on the anniversary, I still wanted to make a video going over some older versions of House Island that are really old, some of them, and just wanted to show you guys, how far House Island has come since its first days back in 2019. Wow, that's a long time. I'm shocked that it's still going. Let's go look at some old House Island. Alright, so welcome, to the oldest version of House Island that I have. You can tell it's old because of these player spawn plates. This was the first time that House Island was like a Battle Royale-esque thing. It was just a fun thing we did randomly, and I still have it. I renamed these for, personal reasons, not to remove our real names, but, this guy I don't talk to anymore, so I just put some guy. That's my house, and that's Exterminator's house. He's been on the channel before a good amount of times, but you guys probably don't know him by name, or by Exterminator. You probably don't even know who he is. This is a crashed plane. And then this is just some crashed cars. So let's go to my house. Oh boy, so we have my house here. It's supposed to be the original idea for House Island was we took a prefab and turned it into a house. So this prefab is the shape. That was a diner. Yeah, it's this prefab. It's a roadside diner prefab turned into a house. So it's really not. If I redid this today, it'd look very different. It's cake. It's interesting, there's no tactical sprinting because this is old. This is the second floor. This is like the dining room. This is the living room, kitchen, gaming room, I guess. There's a laundry machine under there. Up here is the bedroom. A mess, I guess. Actually, no, this isn't the bedroom. This is just outside the bedroom. And here is the bedroom. And then here is the bathroom. Now, if you guys didn't see it from when I went up earlier, here's the OG building. Yes, it is the OG building. I was not lying in the House Island video when I said the OG building's been around forever. Here it is in all its. I know that over time some of the windows have moved. There actually is only 3 windows on this thing. I don't know what this was. This was like some sort of office / laboratory thing. I don't really know. But most of the time, most of its existence has just been empty. But Here's the OG building for anyone doubting whether or not it is quote-unquote OG. Alright, here is Exterminator's house. I think this wasn't a prefab? I don't fully remember. He was very into like intricate stuff and custom stuff. Like he made these custom stools that are very old. Like a microwave up there. Obviously he figured out how to do these little TVs. I don't know what have happened to the stairs. They just disappeared over time. But I don't think this place was like fully finished. You can kind of see where the stairs were here when he did some custom stuff. There's just this gaming area down here. Looks like there's a bathroom with, I guess there's water in it. There's water coming out of it. It's great. Upstairs is bedroom. Very wide bed. And there's a balcony. It's kind of nice. I don't know why this roof doesn't have a back, but there's a giant chest in here. Here's this one guy's house. I don't talk to him anymore, but I do know that this was a prefab. This was the other house, as it is called. The prefab is called this house. You can kind of tell it's kind of still the same shape. It even still has the same door, garage door, and kind of a similar layout. I mean, the kitchen's still here, living room's still here, and there's still a room here, which is still the laundry room. And that's the same staircase and same little half wall here, or half floor here. Even the same door from the prefab, but here is still the bathroom, I think. It's kind of empty. There's a gaming room. Empty room. This looks like the bedroom. And then he added this area up here, which is like a dance place, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of strange back then. I mean, even has a chapter 1 tree from the prefab in the front still. I guess we had a little road here. There seems to be a plant. There is a spawn right there. And here's this plane crash. I don't know. It's the plane crash, I guess. And then over here is also, as the name suggested, crashed cars. It's just a bunch of cars that are crashed. Right down here. I don't know what this is here for. There's also this for some reason. There's a lot of questionable things going on here that I can't give the answers to. But that about wraps it up for the oldest version of House Island that I have. It's quite janky. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Now let's move on to the next version. Let's get out. Alright, now we're in a later version of that exact same map. But House Island kind of started becoming what it is today. We have actual named locations, kind of. There's the OG building again. At this point, it was its own POI, or named POI. Windows got shuffled around at some point. Here is something you guys might recognize. It's Breezy Bungalow from the current map. It is on the current map. It's named Breezy Bungalow, but here it's Blueberry's Bungalow, and you guys will eventually know who Blueberry is. But it's quite empty. You guys haven't seen it yet, but in Season 5, this place did get fully revamped. Exterminator made this custom counter here. I mean, I don't know if I've really shown you guys this, but, you know, it's just a house. Here's a barn thing with the gas station sign. Here is my oldest house from House Island, which is the Dusty Depot warehouse, as you can probably tell from not only the name, but, you know, it's obviously a warehouse. I know exactly what happened, but it's kind of hard to explain, so I'm not going to. But, it's kind of destroyed. Yeah, I guess. There's the dig site back here, very Loot Lake Chapter 1 inspired. I'll explain more on that later. Here's Exterminator's house. He rarely ever finished his houses before he wanted to make a new one. This one is clearly unfinished. But this is also the first ever landmark in House Island, as you can see. That's not here, but on the mini-map up there you can see some wonderful wildlife. These gravestones are for all the willow trees that died, I think. Over here we have a clock tower. So it's a... at this point in House Island, I pretty much copied the main Battle Royale story. That's why there's a volcano and there's a clock tower that's Neo because it was destroyed by the erupting volcano. Oh my god, it's so original. This was the spawn area that Exterminator made. I mean, I think it still kind of holds up. I mean, it could be better, but... Now we have the Lake of Epicness that has grass growing through it for some reason. This is currently on the map as well. And we have an entire location that you guys may recognize, but it's Decent Docks. Decent Docks is very old. It used to look like this. And even Global Gazebo is here, which is not named here, but it is here. Has this little extension. There's this volcano, which replaced crashed cars, which you can see are still here. That's how you know it's the same island. And then we have, oh my god, and we have Marvelous Mini Mall here. Ugh, this version is so bad. I revamped it and brought it back. Here's Marvelous Mini Mall. It's also not done, it's not finished, but you can see the similarities. Like, we still have the pawn shop, we still have the Flush Factory area, this chair shop, and this clothing store is still in there. But I replaced the elevator with a staircase, and you go upstairs and it's very empty. But this bathroom is still here, and this Big Shots is also still here. And this has become Destroyer's Goods and Stuff. And this balcony is still here. But the thing that was kind of not good about this place was the fact that it was very much not on grid, and a lot of resized things, like look how thin this wall is. So when I revamped it, I just completely rebuilt it from the ground up. So I mean, it's much better nowadays. This used to be that guy who we don't talk about. Then he kind of left House Island, I guess. So I took it over and kind of revamped it a little bit. And there's this secret underground area that he made. Because he was really into like military stuff, so like secret bases. Is there anything else? I don't think there's really anything else. Oh, we have this little house, which is also currently in House Island. It is in Peaceful Pond. It did get a facelift at one point to match the current style, which if you guys were not aware, the current style of House Island is Chapter 3 style. But it's pretty much the same in House Island, just with updated assets and stuff. I don't know why I said it like that. Over here at Dirty Dig Site, we just have like this other Big Shots. I'm pretty sure this used to be a Durburger at one point, and then it closed, and then it became this, because I do remember there being a wall and a kitchen back here, which I guess there still is a kitchen, but I do remember there being a wall. Yeah, I think that's it for this version. I don't know what else to say here. I mean, it's bad. It's really not good. I mean, you can go under here. I don't know what all this, I don't even know what this is. What even is it? I don't know. But you see these are still here. And like obviously these are all up here, and I mean there is an actual lava in here with a boat for some reason, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this. Also, this used to be the shopping cart spawn plate or whatever, but you know, they removed those eventually. And now we have the shopping cart spawner, which is just like a prop. So that's also, you know, this is old. Now let's hop to the next version, which I think will be pretty cool to show. So yeah. Alright. Now we are in the next version. This is the second custom island that I ever made. Now, you guys might recognize this place a little bit, but, you know, just fly around. We got Slurpy Springs. You got Peaceful Plaza. You got Colorful Crossroads. Staggering Skyscrapers. Mysterious Mountain up here. Decent Docks. And Fish Family. And not to mention Spacious Spawn. And over here is Erie Estate. Now, if you guys have not noticed already, I'm going to put a picture up on screen, okay? This is the first ever version of the current House Island map. This is the current House Island map in its first ever version. It is much smaller. The roads are ugly. They're blocky and ugly. This location doesn't exist anymore. And there is a landmark that I will be showing in season 5 that is this building that got rifted away a while ago, which then brings into question, is this version canon or not? I will not confirm nor deny, but this version was before this hill near Colorful Crossroads even existed, which is now called Hut Hill. This didn't even exist. Peaceful Pond is Peaceful Plaza. That's where it gets its name. That's where this building is from, and actually in this version, this building is under construction, which is kind of crazy. This is also prefab in Paradise Palms. It's the Keyboard King. Okay, it's this, the Paradise Palms Computer Cafe, and this is also a prefab because House Island used to just be, the style for House Island used to just be place down a few prefabs, connect them with like a road or something, and you're done. It's not how I do it anymore. That's how it used to be. This is also a prefab. This plaza, it's from Pleasant. This, the gazebo, yeah. It's that. There were still some remains of this with some of the pads and stuff, and like in the water at Peaceful Pond, the roof of this gazebo was still there, and even these trees are still there. But we also have the diner, you know, the Shakes Diner, which is also a prefab. We have this gas station, which is still on the map. We have the earliest version of what is now Tilted Tunnel, which looks really bad. I revamped it like twice. We have Mysterious Mountain. I hate this staircase. It is so weird looking, but it's just brings you all the way up to, what do you know, a prefab. And I actually forgot about this underground area, which I don't even know what's down here. Oh, it's just I see. Well, this brings you all the way down. We have this hangar, which got destroyed because of earthquakes, because the next season was very much inspired off of Chapter 3, Season 2. We have like these cracks on the road. Even had this that knocked over this caravan, which in fact is still on the map, and it is still knocked over on its side. A little bit of history there. Just more cracks and stuff. And then we have Slurpy Springs, which is the original version of Slappy Springs, which is the only difference is that this is a Slurp building. This is one returning location from the previous map. This path here used to lead to Erie Estate, which, I mean, it's supposed to be, it was for Halloween. It was like a spooky house for Halloween. I mean, it's not too bad. The kitchen could be better. And then there was this like underground area. There's a pool. And what else notable is there? I mean, there's Colorful Crossroads, which you guys all know and love, probably. I don't know. This is its first ever version. It doesn't look too much different from this version. I have gone through and added some stuff. Like, I replaced these roofs and maybe put some more trees around. But, the road used to just end right here. There is no Fantastic Freight over there. There is no Financial Factories over there. There is no Cactus City over there. staggering skyscrapers was a city. As you cannot tell, it consists of a lot of buildings from Tilted Towers, like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then this building and this building are the only custom buildings here. This building was inspired off the building Tilted Towers, and there's an apartment in here, and then this building over here I brought back and put it in Handy Highways, which is why you might recognize it. It is still in Handy Highways, but I didn't include this little area up here, which is like a grill spot, because I thought it kind of looked weird from the back. But it's the exact same building. But it's the exact same building, but this became a pizza pit in here, rather than just some random generic restaurant that didn't have a title or anything. Here's Fish Family. Has not really changed. Same with Decent Docks. Has not really changed. Here's the OG building again. It hasn't really changed that much. Ooh, Spacious Spawn is just a bunch of random buildings on an island. I think that's it for this version. Alright, welcome to another version of House Island. This version is quote-unquote Chapter 1, which came before the version we were just at, because that was Chapter 2. This was the first ever custom island I made. So here's Spawn Island. It's not really much to note. It's Spawn Island, I guess. This was also in a time period where, you know, I just copied Fortnite's story pretty much, but, here we have Slurpy Springs after being hit by a erupting volcano, just like Retail Road did, Chapter 1. So you can see it destroyed half the knobs and the gas station here. These would be rebuilt. I think it became like Supreme Store or something. I don't know. I think that's what happened. Here we have Lucky Lake, which is Loot Lake, pretty much, with the vault under it. Now over here we have Salty Suburbs, which is currently on the map. But looks, you know, I obviously revamped it, and there's a new road here, but this was when they first released the Greasy Grove Island, so I revamped this house to look nicer. It's kind of janky, but it works. We have this house, prefab. This is also, I updated the sidewalks here because of that, whereas the rest of the island is not updated. Here we have Central City, which you guys might recognize. It's destroyed because it got hit by the volcano, because it was going to turn into Neo Central. Who'd have thunk? Because, you know, copy Fortnite storyline. You know, that was my whole jam back then. This is like the ruined version of it. Obviously, since there were prefabs, I just used this prefab. But I did, even though this building does have a prefab, I did custom make it. So this is Fish Apartments, and then also custom made this one because this does not have a prefab. This is just the first floor. I mean, I think this still turned out pretty good. We have this building, which does not have a destroyed version either, because it wasn't even in Tilted Towers, but it is still a prefab. This specific building is actually on the map right now. It's called Central Collapse. It's a landmark. And then we have the clock tower, and, you know, No Sweat Insurance survived, of course, because, you know, this was the little area that had the buildings that kept getting destroyed and rebuilt and destroyed and rebuilt, because this is just Tilted Towers 2.0. But we had this building, and if you're wondering, in the current House Island, why did I say it like that? Central City has a gazebo park right here, which did come before this. Like, this is what replaced it after, I don't remember what destroyed it. Oh, it was a flood that destroyed it. I know, so original. Yeah, not much. We have Spillex Station, which actually replaced Financial Factories, which was here. It also got destroyed by a flood. You know, just a prefab and kind of a simple location here. Here we have Rocky Ridge, which is just like a ridge with these two buildings and some empty buildings. Gotta love it. Here we have the volcano, which formed over another location, which is why there's like destroyed stuff. And You know, like this is up here, and there's like a house, and like everything kind of gets cut off because there was a location here before, but it got destroyed by the volcano forming. You can actually go in the volcano in here, and it's, you know, there's the remains of this gas station in here, and there's some of the road, but it's kind of cool. I still think that's kind of cool going inside the volcano. The location that was here was Comfy Canyon. There's still a sign over here. It says Comfy Canyon. I used to like to stick random vehicles out of nowhere, so there was a truck sticking out here. And there were vehicles just sticking out of the beaches. Like, I guess there's this bus in the water too. That's where these came from, because this barge was like picking up the random like campers and buses on in the beaches, but nothing ended up sinking. Here's some crashed vehicles, I guess is what it's called in the map. Here's Tree Circle, which is also potentially familiar, because it is also on the current map, because on a previous season on that map there was a time where I just brought back a bunch of old things, so a lot of things came in, like Tree Circle. That's where like this little house came back. It's when this came back, and oh, there's this weird little thing back here. I don't know why I added this. I don't know what this is supposed to do. I guess they were sacrificing this chair that has a pillow on it, because these ones don't have a pillow on it. Actually, so this mountain used to be bigger, but a giant meteor came in and hit the middle of the map. I know, right? The full version of this mountain is actually on the current map. Like, you can find this bathtub on the map. I think it's at the top of the mountain. This landmark is also on the map right now. It's near Central City, or as Central City will get replaced in Season 7, but you guys haven't seen that yet, so just wait a few days probably. I just had this underwater hut for some reason, and there's also one here. I don't know why. I think that's finally it for this version. Alright, welcome to, I called this House Island 2.0 because it was supposed to be in Creative 2.0, but it got delayed, and then, you know, I just made it a regular map, a regular creative map. We have Inactive Island, which might be a little familiar, because this is the first version of Inactive Isle, which I think Inactive Isle was much worse than Inactive Island, but oh well. Here we have Spiky Shoreline. I don't know why this is a named location still. I think in the season it was added, which was I think Season 2, it had like a building, some buildings, but those got removed for memory reasons. You know, these also are part informing, like these like weird, kind of looks cool, but these weird like formations are interesting. Over up here we have, I think it's Lofty Ledge, yeah. Just a bunch of log cabins that I was too lazy to furnish. Yeah. I think this is supposed to be kind of like the main lobby building or something. Over here we have Staggering Skyscrapers, again. With a different building here this time, because it got rebuilt. And also an extra gas station here, and a boardwalk. Which I actually like this beach. This boardwalk area was kind of nice. I mean, if it were to be in House Island today, it'd be a lot more decorated. I also got rid of those gas stations on the side, because I didn't really like them. Up here we have Pointy Pines, which is like I almost said a gas site. A campsite. With a watchtower, you know, it's a few campers, and some other stuff. And some generators. This specific watchtower is on the map because I did bring Pointy Pines back at one point, and then it got hit by an iceberg, but the top of this watchtower was out of the iceberg, and then that part of the iceberg just got turned into the normal part of the map, so the top of this watchtower is still on the map. Over here we have the last time I made a farm, which is Restful Ranch, I think. Yeah, Restful Ranch. What I didn't like about it was it was so long. Like, it was really long, and I didn't really like it about that. This is Fish Apartments, but as barn. We have the stables here, which is also definitely not a prefab. We have this like barn area. This barn. This little barn is definitely not a prefab. I think I actually don't know. This little tractor storage. This cornfield. This barn, which was actually something I made a long while ago. It's very much heavily inspired off of the barn from Corny Complex. And then over here is like this. This house is actually from Colorful Crossroads. Like canonically, this is from Colorful Crossroads. It got drifted in or something. I don't remember. And then the farm got cut off here because there was like a swamp. Oh, and here's the tree circle again. Most of the swamp kind of got reverted. I completely forgot what the swamp was called though. This is called Assertive Archipelago. For the life of me, I could not think of a word that started with A. Oh, here we have Janky Junkyard. First version of it. It's kind of... I think the current Janky Junkyard is better. Not that much different, but it's better in the ways that it is different. Here we have a quarry, which was very much inspired by Shattered Slabs, since it was in the game at the time, because this was around chapter 4 that this came out. It's a quarry. There's some area here. And then finally, here's the OG building again. It's always here, no matter what. Last but not least, we have Fantastic Freight, which you guys will probably also recognize again because it is on the map right now. The version on the map right now has different buildings, like these buildings were replaced, although they're still prefabs. These are all prefabs, and the ones on the map right now are still prefabs. But I did replace the crates and stuff. This is an original building that is still in Fantastic Freight. Oh, this container yard is still here, just the building isn't. This building is prefab from Steamy Stacks. This is from the Rig, and this is from Chunker Speedway. It was kind of tucked into the corner over here, because there was a location here before, but it was really bad, so I removed it. Also, I would like to mention that there appears to be a hole in the road. Anyways, the roads are really big. I don't know why they're so big on this version. They're 2 tiles wide. I had these bridges, which were inspired off of the wooden bridges from Chapter 2. Also, the canonical entrance to Lofty Ledge was this little tunnel down here that had a parking lot and like these elevators that would go up, even though they didn't actually go up. I just put like a black piece up here because I was too lazy to configure the terrain to make it so it would actually like lead up. But like, they are lined up, at least. But yeah, here's what it looks like from the outside, I guess. It's interesting. Not much else. It's kind of a small map. It looks interesting. But this entire version had 9 seasons, was completely like canceled because I developed it in a different way than I normally do, and I just didn't really like it. So yeah, it didn't really matter that much. I do still like this little waterfall area. It's kind of nice. Who knows? I mean, any of these locations could return. I do like to bring back old things and give them another shot at life, or just time on the map. Although I don't think Restful Ranch will ever return, because if I make a farm, it'll probably just be a new one, because I need to do better at making farms. Stacking skyscrapers, who knows if it'll come back. If it does come back, this building will be replaced by a different one. And I also did not mention that this building, actually I think I did, but I didn't really talk about it. The gray building got replaced here with like this building, which is like a no sweat insurance office, because I felt like it. But I actually pasted it in wrong, so it's actually missing an entire floor. So that's why this staircase is here, and it leads to nothing, because it's actually missing a floor. But I don't have the original building, so I will never see it. Yeah, that's it for this version. Alright, here we are back in House Island 2.0. This is a later season. We looked at season 4. This is season 6. So Lofty Ledge got replaced by Lofty Lodge got replaced by Lofty Ledge. I don't know why this happened. It just did. Here is the new area, because I was kind of like I really liked the idea of sort of like a primal-esque season, but with like, rather than like primal trees, it was like these pink cherry blossom trees with bamboo. I really liked that idea, so I did it. And I mean, I still think it looks kind of cool. It's definitely different. Restful Ranch became Relaxed Ranch, because this was season it was kind of like if you mixed Mega and Vibin, and like add in some like Japan, or add in Lucky Landing, I guess. It's like all the buildings got transformed into Lucky Landing style buildings. And there's also these spires from Chapter 2 Season 6, which pointed towards, this thing was definitely not a rip-off of the 0 Point. We have Lovely Lagoon, which is, I guess, what remains of Qualified Quarry, as it was called. And then Fantastic Freight actually got removed and replaced with Bamboo Barge. Even though this is the barge, and, nothing else about it is really barge, but I mean, the OG building even got this giant pink tree growing through it now, and all the vines turned pink. As you can probably see on the map, the color picker trees do not show up for some reason. It is really annoying, but it's how it is. It's been like that for a long time now. And some of this bridge also got transformed into a Japanese style. I think that's it. I mean, there's not much to note here. I mean, it kind of looks cool, but other than that, there's not much. Also, this hole is still here. Did I ever fix that? Who knows? I mean, I think this biome's kind of cool, but I don't know if it'll ever come back. Maybe I'll reuse kind of the idea of a biome like this, but probably won't be using these trees because they're currently glitched on the map. And it's annoying, and I hate it, but oh well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully the next House Island video will come out this weekend. As I'm recording this, it is Wednesday, December 10th, but this video will not come out today. I don't have that time. It'll maybe come out tomorrow or on Friday, or this video could come out on the weekend. Who knows, but if the next House Island video doesn't come out this coming weekend, it will definitely be out by next week. If you want to see more older House Island, let me know, and I will show you guys some more, because there is a lot more that we did not get to see today. But before I go, well, I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna show you guys 4 pictures that are going to tease a location that was added in House Island Season 7 that you guys have not seen yet. Or, well, maybe you guys have seen it on the overview map, but you guys haven't, because it'll be in the next tour video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you maybe this weekend or at some point next week.